Now, Thomasville police have a person of interest in the city's latest homicide. Police were called to West Main Street overnight, where officers found a man dead from an apparent gunshot wound. Investigators have not released the victim's name or said what led up to the shooting. In Randolph County, a man is behind bars this afternoon accused of assaulting a woman, leaving her injured. 59-year-old Ronald Davis now faces multiple charges this afternoon. The sheriff says he attacked the victim back in June at a home on Grantville Lane in Ashboro. Investigators say Davis turned himself into authorities in Guilford County yesterday. He is in jail without bond because the charges he faces are domestic in nature. The Greensboro Children's Center, an influx care facility for unaccompanied immigrant children, is now winding down operations. The facility had been operating since March out of the former American Hebrew Academy. The U.S. DHHS Office of Refugee Resettlement says no children have been housed at the facility for the past 3 months. Last Thursday, officials say operations there were being, quote, ramped down. The facility was supposed to house unaccompanied migrant children ages 13 to 17. It must be ready to resume operations, though, in 8 weeks. Continued fallout from the momentous decision by the Supreme Court, ruling former President Donald Trump is entitled to some immunity from prosecution. This is a major blow to the special counsel's election interference charges. Laura Jarrett explains how Trump is now trying to use this to overturn his 34 convictions.
The Supreme Court's landmark decision already being used as new leverage by Donald Trump and prompting a sharp warning from President Biden.
Now the American people have to do what the court should have been willing to do, but will not. The American people must decide if Trump's embrace of violence to preserve his power is acceptable.
The High Court's conservative majority refusing to allow federal prosecutors to charge Mr. Trump for any official acts taken during his presidency. This coming in the case where Mr. Trump has been criminally indicted for his efforts to stay in power. The decision drawing scathing dissents from the 3 liberals. Justice Sotomayor saying the president is now a king above the law. The presumptive GOP nominee pleaded not guilty to all charges last year, including that he leaned on his DOJ, VP, and state officials to help him reverse the election results, it all culminating in the violent attack on the Capitol on January 6th. The justices deeply divided over what conduct is official and now immune from prosecution. The majority setting out a new framework with absolute immunity for, quote, core constitutional powers, but no immunity for purely private conduct, so-called unofficial acts, banning prosecutors from using any evidence or testimony about what happened during his time in the White House, even when prosecuting him for unofficial conduct now as a private citizen. His defense team pouncing on that piece of the ruling Monday, looking to postpone the sentencing set for next week in Mr. Trump's New York hush money case. His legal team asking the judge to set aside the jury's verdict, arguing the prosecution wrongly used evidence of official acts in a way the Supreme Court's ruling now prohibits.
And sources say prosecutors did not file the sentencing submission on Monday as expected. The district attorney's office has not commented. As of now, Trump's sentencing hearing is scheduled for July 11th. Closer to home now, the city of High Point has a new police chief. Curtis Cheeks was named to the post after serving as the interim chief for a while. The Winston-Salem native has served in many roles for the department, including community engagement and field training supervisor. Cheeks, we're told, beat out more than 50 other applicants in a national search. A recent spike in crashes near construction on I-40 for the Winston-Salem Northern Beltway project is inspiring the North Carolina Department of Transportation to warn drivers to slow down while going through those work zones. Most of these recent crashes happened near the Union Cross Road exit between the hours of 2 and 5 p.m.
I believe it's just the folks coming home in the afternoon. They may be in a hurry to get home or distracted, not being alert as they travel through the work zone. And it just ends up in 2 cars coming together and creating accident.
Highway Patrol is increasing its presence around the Beltway construction, but also reminds you to look out for signs, zone signs, flaggers, and equipment. Don't tailgate the drivers in front of you. Be patient and obey posted speed limits, as they are usually reduced in these areas. The penalty for speeding through a work zone is $250. Today, people in Greensboro can tour the White Street landfill. The city is looking to dispose of contaminated soil there from Bingham Park. That is closed right now due to the waste. Tours of the landfill are happening today, tomorrow, Friday, and Monday, July 8th. They are scheduled for 2 p.m. or 6 p.m. You must be at least 18 years old to attend. Space is limited, so you are asked to register ahead of time, and you can do that on the City of Greensboro's website. Construction is officially underway on the first phase of the Salem Parkway multi-use path. The groundbreaking ceremony was this morning, and in attendance was Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, Governor Roy Cooper, and Winston-Salem Mayor Alan Joynes. The 1.3-mile urban trail will link Truist Stadium, Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist, and the Strollway. The path will also connect several neighborhoods to downtown, and this will cost nearly $5 million to build in total.